Okay, we're back with Saints and Sinners. Do y'all watch Saints and Sinners? I hope you do, because it's a really good show. When I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a low budget Greenleaf. That's what I was thinking. But as I got into the story, I was like, oh, this is pretty dope. I like it. It's a really good cast, very diverse. A lot of young actors, a lot of seasoned actors. The storyline is great. It's never a dull moment up there. Like Vanessa Bell Calloway is the bomb. Clifton Powell, he's our favorite bad guy we love to hate. Keith Robinson, he's good. Christian Keys, he's in everything. Demetria McKinney, yes. It's really good. It's a really good show. And they're back for season 4. So the season premiere came on last night, episode 1. So just to kind of catch up, last season, Jabari finds out he has a half brother. I can't think of the guy's name. I couldn't catch his name from the show last night either. But he's the one that's like into the business, like he's trying to do business development ideas and stuff like that. Tall, light-skinned guy. But anyway, Mayor Ella, or I may just call her Ella, she's still up to her little tricks. Like, ooh, that girl is a mess. So she fired Detective St. Charles, who was the lead detective investigating all the stuff that was going on with the church last year. Remember the fraud where they were doing the daughter, Christy, Ella's daughter, Christy. Remember, she was like they were doing fraud, Medicaid fraud or something like that. So Detective St. Charles was on that case, fired him because she's the mayor now. Remember, she killed the lady. I was trying to watch like the episodes before to catch the full story, but and remember, she came back to church. She made it back in time to give her speech at church after you just killed somebody. So now her mama, she gets a lot of that mess. She gets that mess from her mama because her mama is devious too. Her mama is Lady Leona Bird, the first lady of Greater Hope. And she basically is tired of being under her mom's thumb. Her mom like, well, I've been cleaning up your mess all these years, and I've been kind of like a Candace and Dorothy, the pageant mama on Real Housewives of Potomac, if you watch that. The mama helped her daughter cut, literally cut people to get ahead in life, and now Ella's trying to go her own path and she don't need her mama. So basically she fixed it to where she made her mother look incompetent and looked like her mother couldn't handle her affairs, and she had everything lined up. Boy, she ain't no joke. So her mom ended up going to a mental institution, and Christy, her daughter, Ella's daughter, she went to jail. And Ella was trying to get her out of jail. She felt bad about the baby. Remember the guy she was messing with, Miles? Miles was married to Demetria McKinney character, who is Tamra. He calls her Tam. And somehow their baby got kidnapped, and they ended up, Christy had a lot to do with getting the baby back to them. Jabari's mom, who was Gloria, who was put in jail by Lady Bird, she got out. She reunited with Jabari. Jabari finds out he got got a half brother. Malik is running Cyprus now. He done took Rex's place, and Rex is still trying to be Rex. He's playing both sides with Jabari and Ella to try to get what he wants. He found out that Ella put a hit on Jabari, and Rex set the church on fire. He's the one that put the church on fire. So that's just a recap from all of last season. So we pick up tonight, last night. It was about a year after the fire, and we see somebody dragging a whole body bag into the woods, and they throw it into this makeshift grave. Never see the person, don't know who the body is. Like, it's just put it in the Rolodex, put it in the back of your mind, and it'll come up later on. So Rex and Lady Ella are in a good place, honey. They look like they had just been rolling all in the sheets last night, and Ella gets up, makes some coffee. She waits for him to come downstairs, and he's so wants to be with her all day, and he asked her to stay home from work and just spend the day with him, and she's like, no, I can't do that, but you could take me out to dinner. No, then he says, well, I'll take you out to dinner tonight. And she's like, why don't we just have a nice quiet night at home? And he like, well, Ella, why, you don't want to be seen with me in public? Like, what's going? She's like, Rex, no, I don't want to be seen with you in public. You know what you are? You the street bad guy. Like, I, the mayor, cannot be seen with you out in public right now. But Ella got a plan. Ella wants him to wait until she gets this casino deal. Once she gets the casino deal, then she can be seen with him in public, because it looks like they're working together. So Rex don't like it, but that's all he can get, so that's what he gonna take. Jabari and his brother, they're waiting to get the insurance check from the church. I kind of missed how that connected. I think what happened, I remember the brother who's into business saying something about he was going to take the church from Ella. I can't remember all the details about it, but they did. So they got the church now, and they're waiting for the insurance check from the check fire. Chrissy's still in jail. She's getting bullied by one of the inmates. The inmate took her letter that her mom wrote, and she's like, oh, you a mama's girl. You a PK. You a preacher kid. And, oh, you don't like it up in here. You think you better than us. You trying to get out. So the inmate beats her up. And Ella's still trying to work and getting her parole so she could get out of there. So then it cuts to the scene where Demetria McKinney, Tamara singing to the baby, and her and Miles get the summons that Chrissy is up for parole. So they're both shocked because they didn't think that she was getting out anytime soon. So Ella goes and meets with the senator, and she finds out that the senator is retiring soon. So she makes a deal with him where if he supports her as she runs for senator, then she will make sure one of the first things she does is put he's been fighting for this casino bill to get passed. And she's going to make sure that the casino bill gets passed, and she'll give him the credit, but he has to in turn endorse her so she can get voted in. So Detective St. Charles goes to see Lady Bird in the mental institution because he's not done. Even though he's not a detective on paper, on salary anymore, he still wants to get to the bottom of the story and find out, what Lady Bird had to do with all these women. And he's working with the detective who is still on payroll. But he's trying to get to the bottom of what happened with Lady Bird and what all this issues is. What happened to all these women? How come they all had this same recurring similarities, all these themes together? And he wants to find out what happened. Particularly, he wants to find out what happened with Jabari's mom, Gloria. That's the one that he's really fixated on. So he asks about a certain type of fertilizer she used. He, kind of wheels her in, and he's like, hey, you're into gardening, right? And she loves to talk about gardening. Yes, I used to garden with my mother, and you have to use compost and fertilizer. And he's like, what kind do you like? And so she tells him this and this and that. And there's a news report that comes on, and it talks about there's a body found, and then the ruling was accidental. So they both kind of look at it, and then she writes down on a piece of paper. You couldn't really tell, but it looked like she wrote down, instead of the name of the fertilizer, she wrote down a clue. Because she said, I know my daughter had something to do with that because she had blood on her. And at the same time she was saying that, he looked down at the paper, and when he looked back up, the guard had escorted Lady Bird out. So he couldn't ask her, but she had wrote some kind of clue. I couldn't tell if it was a name or whatever it has to do with. So now he's got to follow up on that. So Ella is excited about, and that's Ella is Vanessa Bell Calloway. She's excited about working on a casino bill, and she wants to keep her and Rex relationship private so they can work together. Rex wants a full-blown relationship. She ain't ready for that until that bill get passed. Like, she gave him this whole spiel. Like, he like, Ella, what is it? Why you don't want to be? And she like, I love you, Rex, but remember when I was in love with you and I put my whole life on hold, and you went to jail, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and I was left to pick up the pieces. Well, now I have all my pieces together, and I'm not letting anybody else or anything else take me off of my path. So she like, you just gonna have to wait until I can fit that in my schedule, basically, is what she was saying. Rex, he want. I don't look. I think Rex lying. Rex don't really want to be in a relationship with her. Okay, Rex is using Ella to his advantage. I mean, she's the mayor and she's getting ready to run for senator. So he knows that he'll be able to hide a lot of dirt. She'll have, crooked cops on the payroll, crooked judges, whatever he needs to do on the underground world. He can be able to pay people off easier because he gonna be the boyfriend of the senator, or hopefully the husband one day. So Jabari and Angela are creeping on the down low. If you don't remember Angela worked at the church with Christy, and they were the ones doing the Medicaid fraud together. Angela knew something about it. I think she found out kind of later on, but she's aware. She is aware of what was going on. So she's working for the police chief, and Jabari wants her to get some files. And she's like, Jabari, I just got this job. I'm not trying to get fired already. And he like, look, you a woman, turn on your charm, and he's a man. He ain't gonna turn you down. You beautiful, you sexy, just get it. You ain't gotta sleep with him, but just, use your feminine appeal and get what you need. And so she kind of thinks about it. She don't really want to do it, but she'll do it for Jabari. So Ella goes to see Christy at the parole hearing, and here comes Miles. And Ella pleads with Miles. She's like, Ma, I know you used to love her, and I know somewhere deep down inside you probably still love her. Please get my daughter out. You can help her. Make sure you say something. The detective is calling him in to do the investigation or to do the parole hearing, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. He never said yes. He never said no. So when he gets home, Tamara is mad because Tamara found out that he did go to Chrissy's parole hearing. So she only assumes that he said something positive to try to get her out. So she's mad because she's like, well, she had something to do with our son's disappearance. Like, why would you even go down there? And I thought we decided we weren't going to be a part of that. And he was like, no, you decided you didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't say I wouldn't do it. So she won't play with him. That joker, she had some bags packed at the door when he got there. He was like, Tam, where are you going? Why are your bags packed? She said, they ain't my bag. Them yours. She put his hind parts out, girl. So y'all know David Banner plays the pastor of the church. So the pastor is at the church and he's giving his speech, his vision for the new church. And he also announces that they're changing the name of the church from Greater Hope to New Hope Baptist. So Ella didn't like that too much. But the business guy, I got to get his name for next week. The business guy was like, I told you I was going to get it. I told you I was going to take it from you. So he kind of, throws it in her face that they're naming the church to make sure it has no affiliation back to Ella and her family. Christy gets out of jail. Christy gets out of jail. She goes to the church renaming ceremony. And she kind of feels weird. She feels out of place. She's looking for her mom. And honey, Kiki Wyatt. I think Kiki Wyatt in the choir, because I remember her singing before. So I think she's in the choir at the church. Honey, that thing sang last night. Oh, yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. So Ella broke into Detective St. Charles' house. She was waiting for him to return. And I noticed she had on some gloves, and I said, oh, Lord, Ella, what is she going to do? What is she doing, baby? No, baby, what is you doing? No, not the gloves. That means you getting ready to do something real crazy, Ella. So, you know how police, when they're putting together, I don't know what the name of it is, but when police are putting together, like, the whodunit thing, and they have all different pictures of this one and then connecting, well, this one connects to this and this connect, they put all the evidence in front of them so they could see. He had a whole wall of just evidence and people and places and names and events and all that stuff, and he had that jank tied all together. So she had been looking at it while she got there. So she looked at it. She said, you know what, detective, you are so close. Like, you right there at the brink. But let me tell you the real. Let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you what's going on. Let me get it popping for you, because you almost there. Let me tell you. So she, kind of makes him feel comfortable, and she like, sit down, and this is what really happened. And she goes on to tell him in the mid-sentence, mid-syllable. She talking, and you think she just going to explain it to her, then pow, shoot the man. She shoot the detective in his house, in his chair, while she's acting like she's telling him a story. So that's why she was had the gloves on, so she could kill him. So soon as she kills him, here come Rex. Here come Rex to do the dirty work. Rex come out, he like, dang, Ella, you ain't even let the man finish his drink. So like, you on some real gangster shit, Ella. So they staged the crime scene. Like, of course, she had on gloves, so she exchanged the gun. Rex had another gun. I don't know whose gun that was. I guess we'll find out when they do the forensics test and everything. But they put it in his hand, made it look like he committed suicide. I think that the police are going to know he didn't commit suicide. He wasn't that kind of person. He wasn't stressed out. It wasn't like that. So they're going to know whoever it is we're dealing with a serial killer, because he would never kill himself. So next week looked really good. The rest of the season, they showed a little recap. I hope I have it. I will add it here, but it looks really good. It looks real interesting. This season is going to be the bomb. If y'all don't, make sure y'all watch Saints and Sinners. It comes on the Bounce Network at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. I got to get these times together, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all just don't have to help me find it. It's either 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. on the Bounce Network, Saints and Sinners. Don't miss it. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @noteworthy_media group. And also make sure you like this, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Tell a friend. I'm trying to grow. I'm working on my editing skills. I need y'all support, and I need y'all give me some feedback. Let me know. Some people have already given me feedback and let me know proper things to do with my lighting. I'm going to be using a green screen to do things too. So y'all holler at me. I'm open to it. All right. Y'all have a good day.